Here we have for sale our 2017 on a 67 plate Ford Transit Custom 270, which means it's got a 2.7 tonne gross vehicle weight. This is the 2 litre TDCI 130 brake horsepower model, which is Euro 6. It's the L1H1, which means it's short wheelbase and low roof in the limited spec 6-speed manual gearbox. What we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Transit Custom Limited of this age. There's also obviously a few added extras on this particular van, which again we'll talk through. And we'll look at things like, as I say, the condition, ownership, service history as it is currently available for sale. So starting at the rear of the van, we've got rear barn doors. What I mean by that are two doors which open like so. On a Limited, you get a number of elements which are colour-coded. So things like the door handles, this little trim here just above the number plate, and I'll show you a few other bits and bobs as we're going around. But the other thing are the bumpers, and on this rear bumper you've got integrated rear parking sensors. That is standard specification on a Limited. Also on the rear doors you can see that we've got part of the body styling, so we've got rear spoilers there on the rear barn doors. If I open up the rear barn doors now, we can have a look at the condition in the back as well. When you open up the door, you'll see this yellow arm, so usually that will be like so, and that will lock the door in place there at 90 degrees. Alternatively, if you shut the door a little bit, you can open that right up. It clips into place there against the door, and then you can open the door out to its 180 degree position. You can do exactly the same with the other one as well, or as I say, alternatively it will just lock in place there at 90 degrees. So looking in the back here, you can see that the van is fully ply lined, of course, to stop any outward dents. You can see that we've got the factory fitted bulkhead there as well, and of course that is removable, so they are bolted in around the outside. So if you wanted to remove that, if you were going to do a camper van conversion, or if you wanted to do a double cab conversion, you would take that out. But if you are going to use this as a works van, you've got a lovely little handy feature there, which is the load through hatch, and I'll show you that in a second when we go around to the side loading door. Plenty of tie down points here in the back as well for tying down a load, so you can see one there at the bottom of the bulkhead as well, so plenty of points there. In terms of the condition, of course, it is a used commercial vehicle, so I mean there are going to be, you know, a few marks and things like that. It is, as I say, used of course, but all in all, this one owner van is in very nice condition indeed, very presentable. If we shut the doors, you'll see as well, I say, just making a note of condition, small little hairline mark just there. Otherwise rear doors all look to be very good order. If we look down the passenger side here, looking in the reflections, all seems to be very nice and straight there. Also looking down the side, you can see that we've got these freshly refurbished gloss black 18-inch alloy wheels, and we've got the chrome sidebars there as well, which wouldn't come as standard. On the roof we've got these silver roof rails, which are the ones that go from front to back. We've also got crossbars as well, which actually then give them some functionality, and you can see that the previous owner of this one has got a pipe tube on there, which of course could be removed if you wanted. But even if you were to remove that, it certainly, I think, adds to the styling of the van when you've got the alloy wheels, sidebars, roof bars, rear spoiler, and you've also got the front spoiler there as well. That's the typical sort of van sport style kit that people put on these, and I think it really enhances the look of the vehicle. Looking at the front then, let's have a look at that front spoiler. As I say, it's this lower lip here, and you can see just above that we've got integrated front parking sensors as well, and front fog lights, both of those standard specification on a Limited. You also get a colour-coded front bumper as well, which I think in black, it really gives it a really stealth look, which I think is very, very nice indeed. Again, just looking at condition, you know, it's very, very presentable. You know, you are going to get a bit of stone chipping and things like that at the front of the van. That is, of course, natural and to be expected, but otherwise all in very good order. And being very critical, a couple of tiny little pin dents just there, but they are very, very small, and you can only really see those when you sort of catch the reflection. If I open up this side loading door of the van, as I say, we can have another look then through the load area. I can also give you then, as I say, a look at this load through hatch. So the load through hatch, it's fixed down via a magnet, so give it a pull and it'll clip onto the bulkhead there with that magnet, and then that allows you then to load all the way through there underneath the passenger seats. Perfect for those 3 meter lengths which you wouldn't normally be able to get in the back of the van. So it's perfect for that type of thing. Again, I say, just looking at condition, couple of little touch-ins just here, but I say that is being critical of a van which is over 3 years old, and of course, as I say, these are commercial vehicles. So, but again, looking around the front, all very presentable. I say lots and lots of exterior specs with front and rear parking sensors, as a front fog lights, the full body kit. So you've got the front spoiler, side bars, 18-inch uprated alloys, rear spoiler, roof bars with crossbars, and a pipe tube as well. You also get colour-coded wing mirrors, and if we have a look now into the cab, we'll show you the spec that you get inside, because there's lots and lots of spec to talk about on the inside of a Transit Custom. So we open up the driver's door, height adjustability here on the driver's seat, and that controls the height of just the front of the seat just there, and then you've got the adjustability for the backrest. You've got a driver's armrest which is on a ratchet, so that'll fix into place at your desired height. We've then got electric windows, we've got electric folding mirrors, and that's how you operate those, is just push them down into that position. You've got auto activated lights and wipers. You can see that we've got 2 full remote keys here with the vehicle. And if we look at the mileage there, 31,390 miles. And you can see there's no warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard. It's all running and idling correctly. If you pull on this little handle up here, you've got some extra storage up on top of the dashboard. USB, AUX and 12-volt socket in there. Leather multifunctioning steering wheel on the right hand side. This is where you can control the volume for the radio. You can also answer and hang up the phone. And then on the left hand side, that's where you control the onboard computer, which is where I showed you where the mileage is there. And that, as you can see, you can go through things like your range, miles per gallon, all that type of stuff all there. You've also got heated seats. So if I pop the camera down here, just at the top of the screen there, that red button there, that is your driver heated seat button. You've also got that on the passenger seat as well. So a very, very nice bit of spec to have. As I mentioned at the start of the video, 6-speed manual gearbox. You've also got cruise control as well. So when you combine those things with a 130 brake horsepower engine, really great motorway vans. You've got a heated windscreen, and that's not the blowers, that's the actual elements in the screen. And if we have a look at the radio here, you can see this is where you can connect your phone. If we look up the top as well, you can see on the screen, this is actually a DAB radio. Just one other thing I want to show you as well, if I put the van into reverse, it comes up with this nice parking sensor display there to show you where items are front and rear. Air conditioning, that's a standard specification on a Limited. It doesn't come as standard on a Trend, but it does come as standard on a Limited, which is very nice. Another 12-volt socket there as well to go along with the one which is up on top of the dashboard. Looking at the passenger seats, I mean, condition there, all very good. No rips, tears, cigarette burns, anything like that. If you pull down this little handle there, you've got the work tray with some cup holders and somewhere to store your paperwork. But you can also, if you pull on the front of the seat, you can flip these seats up. You can do exactly the same with the other seat as well, and that gives you some extra storage under there, or access to that load which has come in from the back, as I say, underneath the passenger seat as well. One last thing I wanted to show you in here, and that was the service history. So we have got a stamped service book, as you can see there. 2 services stamped, which is, I say, on these vans it's 2 years or every 30,000 miles. So it's nice to see that this one has been, as I say, serviced twice. Last done October 20, 27,000 miles, so about 4,000 miles ago. So as I mentioned, plenty of spec on the inside of this van. Just to summarise for you, this is a one owner from new Ford Transit Custom 270 Limited. It's the 2-litre TDCI, 130 brake horsepower. It is Euro 6, which means you can take it into the ultra low emission zone areas without having to pay the congestion charge, or the ultra low emissions zone charge, should I say, relating to those areas. All the usual Limited spec, such as air conditioning, front and rear sensors, heated windscreen, heated seats, so on and so forth. but this one has the addition of the full body styling, so front spoiler, rear spoiler, sidebars, roof bars with crossbars, 18-inch gloss black alloy wheels, and you've also got a pipe tube there on the crossbars as well. And we've got service history, and it's 1 owner from new. That is a very appealing package indeed. If you'd like to inquire, please feel free to give us a call on either of the numbers listed there at the bottom of the sign. We can arrange finance at very competitive rates, starting as low as 7.9% APR, and we can also take cars or vans in part exchange as well. If you have any other questions, I'll be really happy to hear from you. If you'd like to inquire about buying the van, again, we'd love to hear from you. Thank you very much for watching.